Samantha, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be on intrusive thoughts part 2. So if you're a person that struggles with intrusive thoughts, it is a pretty common problem, but it's only common for a certain type of individual more than another. It is constantly looking out for threats and to basically keep you alive. Intrusive thoughts are really common with people that have a lot of resistance. So resistance in the brain can be viewed as something that is super important, even if it is not always a bad thing. Resistance is good because it keeps you alive and safe, and not every thought you should act on. This common problem that I see with people that have intrusive thoughts, or the ones that have the problem the most with intrusive thoughts, are people that have a limited experience with what they are having an intrusive thought. The brain and body work off of experience, and that's part of the reason why we're here. We're meant to have experience and learn from the experience. But if you don't have a lot of experience with this particular intrusive thought, your brain is going to be more likely to keep bringing it up because it doesn't have anything to go off of. The purpose of thinking is to not have a consequence in our actual real life. So part of intrusive thoughts is to bring up a potential problem or a scenario so that you can think it through within your brain and then save you the actual consequence in real life. That's the positive intention of an intrusive thought. Understand that you have the potential to be or do anything that you want. So you are a person and this being that has multiple potentials, and your every single potential that could ever exist, and yet you as a person are ultimately making these choices. Your power is actually remaining in the actions that you take, not the thoughts that you are thinking. So you have to be okay with having really bad thoughts or really good thoughts, because these are just the potentials of what could actually happen in your reality, and it's up to you as a personal individual to make choices that benefit your life. Okay with disagreeing with your thoughts, or be okay with being more than one person. If you're a person that is helpful to engage with these thoughts and have a conversation with them, then by all means do that, but don't get into the habit of focusing and putting a lot of emotions on these conversations. For some people, letting the thought pass works much more helpful, and some people actually engaging in the potential of these intrusive thoughts is much more helpful. But it depends on you as a person, and it depends on you have to be okay with disagreeing ultimately, of being able to not agree with every thought that comes into your brain. Next, we're going to talk about the default mode network. And this is a part of your brain that is responsible for self-reflection, daydreaming, and like this internal dialogue like thoughts. So this doesn't have anything really to do with your external environment. So sometimes this part of the brain can get really overactive if you're using it too much. So how to help that is, if you're a person that struggles with intrusive thoughts, to have a habit of focusing on your external environment, like how things are connected, patterns, colors, like grounding techniques, like what you sense, smell, taste. These will get you kind of in your external environment. So sometimes people that ruminate with these negative thoughts this part of the brain is overactive. So how you overcome that or get it to be less active is to learn new things, to learn subjects that you have to have your focus and attention on, so that your brain doesn't wander. Your brain is there to protect you, and it is there to keep you safe, and not every thought is a fact, and not every thought in your brain is going to be truthful, and ultimately you're a being that gets to make your own choices in your own life. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next video.